Forget the masjid in the background of behind him. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Back again, it's Maghrib time. Again, the committee is restricting, slowly. Again, the committee is restricting our use of access to the masjid as usual. I'm just going to read something out, and this can be found on the government's code of guidance relating to COVID-19 guidance for the safe use of places of worship during the pandemic, updated 17th of July 2020. I'm going to read the entire 2 paragraphs. Alright, when collecting names and contact details of people attending your place of worship, you should ask for their consent. This is because of potentially sensitive nature of the data that is being collected under these circumstances, which is protected by law. The guidance on collecting visitor details for the test and trace system includes issues around consent and is provided by the Information Commissioner's Office. You should make it clear that giving contact details is optional, okay, and is not a condition of attending a place of worship, okay. Consideration should be given to how fair and equal access can be safely provided for all users to be able to undertake faith practices within a place of worship in line with the government guidelines, okay. Considering requirements under the Equality Act 2010 where these apply, okay. So again, I'm just going to read it out to you that the Information Commissioner, they need to make it clear that giving contact details is optional and is not a condition of attending your place of worship. Okay? Again, we want to reiterate that the local mosque, the local community, a masjid should be run by the local community, and it shouldn't be managed by non-elected outsiders from Harrow. Okay? You know, it's a public place of worship. Brother's written quite a few good, nice new notes, and it should be open to anyone who wishes to enter, and is not for the select few, as has been recently demonstrated. You know, and again, not to waste public resources, not to criminalise innocent members of the community. Not to criminalise members of the community. Stop distorting facts. Don't divide the community. Don't waste mosque funds decorating unwanted toilets. Don't waste police resources by calling them out as your secondary security. And there's a lovely quote here from the Prophet ﷺ: make things easy, do not make things difficult. Give glad tidings and do not frighten them away. So make things easy and do not make them difficult. Give glad tidings and do not frighten them away. Prophet ﷺ. So, you know, I just wonder what type of Islam they're teaching in this masjid. You know, again, they primarily want to run this as a income earning institution. That's what they want to run. It's not open for the community. As you can see. Hence, that's why we have brothers praying outside all the time. That's why we have them praying outside. But we want to engage with the brothers and ask them, you know, why they choose to go inside. Why they choose to go inside. As you can see, you know, they're only letting in a select few individuals, and we try to engage people. We definitely try to engage them. We try to talk to them about what this committee has done, and you know how it only appears to let in its own select few. Hello, how are you? Are you going to the mosque? Huh? Oh. So yeah, this is basically essentially what's going on. As you can see, access is only granted to what primarily looks like people from the South Asian community. We have Somali brothers standing here. We have brothers from Yemen. You know, the entire world. Is this really representing our local community? You know, this is what's happening. Is this really representing our local community? Anyway. And the way you addressed Habib, I'm just wondering, you don't have to have a discussion, but I can at least ask you a question. You know, that was quite disgusting with the words you used. I had to put it onto YouTube. I'm going to apologise if it offended you, but we had to put it onto YouTube. People need to know how this masjid is being run. And I wouldn't want my children or any other person recommended to this masjid to come and attend any sort of classes of deen and fiqh, whatever's going on here, whatever's, you know, if they're trying to teach good adab and manners, you have a volunteer here who's obviously, he's come through the world, through the school of hard knocks, basically.
There's no,
You know?
there's no, it's just knocking
It was a disgusting tirade of abuse, verbal abuse, death threats. It was a disgusting tirade of verbal abuse and death threats. That's what essentially happened.
माशाल्लाह माशाल्लाह अपनी भी शक्ल घुमा ले माशाल्लाह अपनी शक्ल घुमाना यार माशाल्लाह घुमाना अपनी शक्ल साले खूनी का बच्चा
I don't swear. You carry on swearing.
लेना घुमा अपनी शक्ल
No, क्यों घुमाऊं?
घुमाना
अपनी तरह घुमा बेगारत
बेगैरत इंसान
You wanna come in?
वीडियो बना रहा कौन में देगा
देना जान देता है देने दो
कितना सबसे बड़ा फितना है ये तो फितना
इतना नहीं मादर चौथ है
माशाल्लाह
मादर
Thank you. Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah. Thank you. Jazakallah khair.
मैं
Jazakallah.
खून पी के रहता हूँ यहाँ पे खड़ा हूँ, मगर वहाँ पे उधर
Jazakallah khair. हाँ, गेट के पीछे बात कर रहे
बस
हैं.
में कुछ भी नहीं है बच्चे ऐसे ही
बाहर आ
करेगा।
जाओ, देखते हैं.
वो ऐसे ही रहेगा इंशाल्लाह कुछ भी नहीं होगा तेरे से
ठीक
वो 1.5 साल से लगा हुआ है तेरे लिए डूब मरने का मुकाम है चुगू
ठीक है।
चूल्हे में पानी है डूब जा
ठीक है इंशाल्लाह.
Individual swearing at people's mothers, advising them to fornicate with their own mother, which is disgusting. It's time of Maghrib. I'm trying to be as polite as possible about the derogatory terms that he's used. The video is available on YouTube. Threatening him with death. If he jumps over the fence, he'd kill him. We'll just move away from him a little bit. Just move away from him a little bit. Just come closer. You know. So this is what Wembley Masjid has become, basically. This is what it essentially has become. You know, and obviously, let the brother through. Yeah, so you know, this individual here, known as Inayat, he's a volunteer or a committee member. I'm not too sure what he is. Conducted a tirade of disgusting, vile abuse towards a brother, and it lasted for about 1 minute 25 seconds. I listened to it time and time again, and it was very, very difficult to listen to. Very difficult to listen to. It's on YouTube. You can pick up the clip. I'll leave the link in the description below. But it's no one should be subjected to that sort of. We have been very, very conservative with the use of our language. We are being objective and not being subjective when we use our language to describe what this masjid is doing against us. So we've been very, very subjective with the use of our language. Come closer. So this is here. So here we are. I want to film this. However, we only have a limited number of spaces due to the government's strict social distancing guidelines. If you have already registered for a date, no, it's not a requirement. You don't need to register per se. You're restricting access and being selective. That's what you're doing. Restricting access and being selective. But yeah, this is what's going on. I'm glad they're choosing not to engage with us, because otherwise they start using horrid language, vile language, abusive language, and you know, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's very hard viewing the video itself. I've looked at the video. It's very, very difficult viewing. You know, and I put an advisory explicit content warning with the video. You know, it's disgusting. Actually, quite disgusting. Hang on, Yusuf, I think he's drunk. Yeah, Yusuf has a drink here. Habib, you got a fast? There you go. Yeah, go. 10 seconds.
Having to break fast out here. Having to break fast out here instead of.
Do you have any dates for the brothers to break fasts outside the masjid? Do you have any dates for the brothers to break their fast? Have any dates or any food or any drink for us? You know, we would accept, if they gave it to us, they could poison the food, they could spit in the food, but we would accept it. We would accept their food. Because I believe that there is a iota of good in their hearts, and they're being led by someone very, very evil. Very, very evil. So we would accept their food. They could spit in the food, they could do a whole lot of stuff. You know?
I wouldn't look at it, let her eat it.
Jonah, let's just lock it down. We're going to pray now.